Welcome back to Naturally Spiritual, where we correlate the spiritual with the natural. I'm
And
Cheryl,
I'm Sherry.
and we have some guests here that we're going to do kind of a Q&A, if you will.
But they refuse to be on camera.
Don't want to be put on the spot. But anyway, we're talking about cultivation.
Mm-hmm.
And, with that cultivation, you can plant it,
Mm-hmm.
and pack the soil.
Pack the soil, right? You have to water it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to occasionally go talk to it, sing to it.
Right.
You have to do all those things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up with what?
Weeds
Or
or
dead
nothing.
plant. Right. You have always been one that had the green thumb.
Right. And I don't know how I got it, but I got it.
But honey, I think I'm getting it now.
You got
it? I didn't have it, but I think I'm getting it just because you said, sister, you killed another one. So I started feeling bad because I'm like putting all this money into these plants and stuff. And in my eyes, I thought all I needed to do was water it.
Right.
That's what I seen them do on TV. So, that's what I thought that you needed to do. But apparently, it takes more than that, as do relationships.
Right. Because what about the time, look, with mom, with my mom's plant, and that plant was so beautiful and full.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, I went down there and ended up being a little stub. I'm like, Mama, what did you? It's dead. It's gone. I said, no, it's not. Give me the plant. So I had to bring it back to life. And so again, you just have to be willing to cultivate and look, if you have to change the soil as it starts growing. Change the pot because it needs space to grow, it needs room to grow, right?
Otherwise it's stunted, and you kept saying you're killing the roots are dead, and I'm like, the roots are bound. I'm like, what you mean the roots are bound? I don't see the roots. And you're like, the roots are bound, so the plant is going to die. So we had to repot. So a lot of times you have to repurpose,
right?
So things we can sometimes think are dead, but they're not dead. You just have to replant. And again, even before you get to that stage, before it gets to, the roots being bound, or it gets to the leaves falling off, you have to nurture,
and take
you
care
have to
of
it. You have to take the time, and that brown thumb, you're going to see it eventually. It's going to turn green.
Right. And if I could go ahead and add scripture to that, in Ephesians 4:2-3, it tells us to be completely humble and gentle.
Okay.
Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the spirit through the bond of peace.
Okay.
Right. So you have to work at it, right?
Yes, that's telling you have to work at it. You have to be patient with it. It's not going to be green. It's not going to have height. It's not going to be a lot of things. These things take maturity,
right?
But it also takes your attention.
Exactly.
It also takes your time. It also takes your love. So any relationship that you have to cultivate that thing, and then sometimes I guess you can expect. You can expect, or you should expect the brown leaves, or you should expect, having to cut back, because sometimes cutting back means making it healthy.
All right. Yeah, and Kathy, because you have that green look. You have two green thumbs. So you're speaking on plants and things like that. What advice do you have on it?
Well, sometimes you have to talk to them and let them know that you care and nurture them. Main thing, and giving them what they need to grow.
Right,
exactly.
And even with that, I'll add this to it too, because I know one time I heard you say that they have to have some kind of commonality. You can't plant certain plants with certain plants.
Right.
Look, right, yeah.
Okay.
So even in the natural, it's that way. Spiritually, same way. You got to try the spirit by the spirit, and and look, weed out who you need to weed out. Look, rid yourself of those weeds in your life that's choking you out.
Exactly. That's true. Oh, that's a good word. Wow, that is a good word.
So in that nurturing, you have to weed out. You have to take care. Make sure. You're feeding the right right amount of food, the right amount of hydration, the right amount of sunshine, right?
Right. So that's a love language. You have to know, and you have to be responsive for what each plant needs.
Right.
Some may require more light than others. Some may require more shade than the others, and some may require more light than the others. And then some just may need more attention in general. But you have it's to you, for you rather, to decide what that love language is and what needs to be had at that time. You know? And that's so it. So Stephanie and Mama, do you guys have questions for us? In silence. Those are the brown thumbers over there. They don't know. Those are the ones those are the plant killers over there. We shouldn't even ask them.
You know, and both of them over here studying hard. And they know it. Look, but just because they know this is a camera in front of them, both of them have frozen up. But it's okay, right?
Because we didn't even put you on a camera. You had something to say, but you didn't want to be on camera, so we didn't put you on camera. And then there you are, radio silence. Crickets.
And that's okay. But look, speaking of nourishment, both of them, they feed into us all the time, right? And so we appreciate them. So we know that they know it. Look, hand over foot, they know it. But look, just this camera shot. They weren't ready for that, and that's okay. So you just have to meet people where they are. Because if you put them in a pulpit, they're gonna preach you under the benches. But this right here in their lane, right? So look, they nurtured us, and so we're sitting here nurturing them, right?
Right, exactly.
So as we said, right?
Again, so it's that relationship, and it's cultivated, and it's knowing when to weed out, when hey,
give and take, right?
Give and take, and that's what relationships are in general. So cultivate the relationship that you want,
right?
Cultivate the relationship that God has set aside for you.
Exactly.
Grow that thing, and again, you can't expect for overnight to have this green, luscious plant, or this vibrant, colorful plant. It takes weeding, it takes, nurturing it. It takes time. It takes time.
Seasons.
Yeah, seasons. Again, say
seasons.
That. Yeah. So we're going to end it there for you guys. And as we always do with our commercial, we ask that you guys like us,
share us,
talk to us,
leave us
some comments. The next time we're going to have, I guess we'll have a live question and answer.
Right.
We were just trying to weed it out, and see what we needed to be doing here. But just give us some time, and then it may be your time.
Right.
And then after you've already left us some messages, go ahead and subscribe.
Hit
and if
that button, right?
And if you can't subscribe,
go ahead, look, and go on those sites and get the book, right? Look, and we've shown you over and over that Naturally Spiritual. And if you want in a predicament to get it,
don't worry
about it.
It's
okay.
Season.
Look, we know it's coming, and for those of you that have it, go ahead and leave us some reviews. We very much appreciate those. And while you're getting, we want you to go ahead and hopefully we've cultivated you enough that you can sprout, right?
Exactly.
and grow. So with that being said, we're going to end it and want you to have a very blessed night.
Very blessed night. Awesome.
Amen.